So how did you know back in BCE that something was bad to eat? Someone
Billy
died.
over there died.
Yeah. Good thing,
Yeah.
bad thing, right? Uh, how do we know that this meat is good or if it leaves out? So we have had this good thing, bad thing for centuries, eons, right?
Yeah, the
So it's
question is why though?
DNA.
It's like that's the next level of consciousness. Like it's one thing for the observed to see like, okay, if I do this, ouch, the stove burned me. I'm not going to do that again, right? Bad thing. But the question is why, you know? So because
Mhm.
then you can extrapolate out into the world the same pattern of good thing, bad thing into other things to understand it so you can avoid other problem sets or stacks down the road. We're not doing that like at
No,
all. Like it's
yeah,
really scary to me that people don't even think that way anymore.
we're at caveman style.
Y-
Nice to caveman
They have more
mentality
common
instead
sense
of
than
ego.
we do. Like honestly,
Probably did. Yeah.
like we're 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 like the dodo birds in and the they're guap. sitting there on like their haunches going fire, fire. They touch it, burn.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
it
then they
hurt.
go,
Don't touch.
why is this happen? They see the rocks and they see the stars and they're like, it's the gods. And you know what? They're pretty close to being right on that. So good for them. But we're like the dodo birds on the Galapagos Islands, like the men in the West, especially. Or I'm going to say the West because I'm more familiar with that. I don't know what's going on in Asia. Like it seems to be the same mind parasite, but the dodo bird when the Darwin got over to the Galapagos the first time, there's all these big fat chicken birds and they were like, oh my god, that looks amazing, and they were like full of meat. They had no natural predator and they're just wandering around, and they just literally go up to them, hit them with a stick, put them in a bag, and you got like 3 chickens like per dodo bird, and that's why they went extinct. They had no natural predator and they just wander around just eating things and not paying attention. And that's the Western man right now. We have a bunch of
That's the
natural
beta
enemies,
male.
but our enemies have taught us to think that they're not our enemies. They're like, it's this estrogenic warfare of it's like all these evil demons are wearing Mr. Rogers attire and speaking very softly and nicely to you and making you feel really good about hello
Now,
everybody.
Colin, you would look good in a sweater
I
jacket. I'm
do.
telling
I
you.
do. I,
Yeah,
I, I
yeah.
actually just got
Very
one.
dapper. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
but no, it's like it's these people are more evil. Like the amount of damage this man has caused like you have to put him at the level of. Now, I don't give him this much credit because he's a facet of an apparatus that's way bigger than him. But if we're going to blame somebody and we're going to choose to blame him, he's at the level of Stalin and Hitler, just in terms of body count, objectively speaking.
yeah.
Just, but I'm not willing to give him that much credit because he's a freaking slave, as far as I'm concerned. He's not he just goes on
But
camera and
here it
says what
is.
he's told.
But here it is. For Russia, they didn't learn from their mistake. In America, if we follow what Russia did and just sweep it under the rug, then anything goes. There is no
Wait,
morality.
wait, wait, hang on. You're saying the Russians have not learned from their Soviet ventures?
From when the I'm trying to remember the uh
Solzhenitsyn?
yeah, they'd be sent off to um the gulag and all that kind of stuff. The name of the book is
Live Not by
not
Lies,
coming back
Gulag
to
Archipelago.
Archipelago. There we
Yes,
go.
Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And he flat out says if they would have just said we were wrong, it would have changed the whole culture.
but because they didn't, they swept it under the rug. They have the morality is not as it could have been. So in the United States, if we follow down the same road, right? What Fauci did, if it continues down and hey, it's okay, we can just sweep it under the rug. Let's just be dodo birds walking around, right? What will we learn as a country? What would our
You know,
history be? What would our future be?